What's up, guys? It is me, Samuel Gitanga. Welcome back. And today we're just gonna talk about why life is meaningless. I know you might be like, hey, what are you talking about? Life is meaningless. And in order for you to fully understand me, I want you to follow along with this analogy that I'm gonna talk about. So, if you take a picture of the size of the earth versus the size of the sun, you would see that the earth is extremely small. Now, if you take a picture of the sun and compare it with the picture of, let's say, like the Milky Way, you'd see the sun is you literally can't even see the sun at all. Like the size of the Milky Way is absolutely massive, like light years massive compared to the sun, and the sun is already just as big as the earth. And to me, I actually think that this philosophy is actually quite liberating because you don't have to worry as much as you would if you think that life is meaningful. Because when you think that life is meaningless, you start to worry less about small things like, oh, this person talked to me a certain way, or a girl broke up with me, something like that, something small, something tiny. You'd get so fixated on that, get worried, and you spend all your energy thinking about it. And to me, I just don't think that's viable. Hence the reason why I think that, this philosophy might be beneficial for some people. And this philosophy brings me back to what the Bible has said about not to worry. I don't know the exact verse. I personally never read the Bible as much as you would think, but sometimes I remember small verses in my head. Maybe it's the Lord telling me that I should tell this to you guys. I don't know. But I just want to give like a example. Like recently, I have been going through a lot in terms of finance. Remember the last video that I made, 1K day? Yeah, that 1K is gone. All of it is gone. Like, all of it is gone. And I feel like I'm back to zero when it comes to my business. It sucks, but that's just the way the game is. And the way I've been keeping myself intact, because it really sucks to be in this stage of the dry period and not making money. It's just reminding myself that, all my problems are insignificant. Whenever I die, it really doesn't matter what I went through. I'm just gonna be another person that's 6 feet under with the name. And, therefore, I shouldn't really worry that much. As long as I keep showing up, as long as I keep doing what I'm doing today, which is showing up, doing the work, not stressing about the small things, and just enjoying the progress. At the end of the day, I'm gonna reach my goal, and I'm gonna be all right, because it really doesn't matter what happens in the past or the future. All that matters is who you choose to be today. That's why I always feel like, you shouldn't worry that much. This video is all over the place. I don't know why. I should write down notes before I talk about these videos. I don't know why I don't journal in my videos, but this is just random videos of me just randomly talking into the camera to build my charisma, so that one day I could look back and be laughing at myself. I don't know. But it brings me back to this me talking right now is a good example, because if I was so worried about how people think about me and posting this video, oh shit, Samuel doesn't know how he's talking. Samuel doesn't know how to talk. Oh my gosh, he's so lame and stuff like that. Is that really true? I don't think so. And even if it was, even if people came at me and made fun of me for making this video, why should I care? Why should I care? Like, why should I care? Why should I be worried that so and so told me, oh, you suck. You suck at this certain thing. You know, why? You know, like, why should I be worried? How does that person get to determine how good I am at something? You know, I get to determine how good I am at something, you know? Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. Just wanted to. Next time when I'm gonna make a video, I'm gonna write down notes. I think I said that the last video, but I need to like write down notes on like, cause like I was on fire with my thoughts, but then I freaking make this video, and here I am. My mind is doodling, you know, like actually speaking my thoughts in my mind. My thoughts in my mind. What am I talking about? That's why it's like so hard for me to speak my thoughts, speak my thoughts, before I go, there's also another analogy that I want to talk about. pain Pain versus suffering. So there's two things that happen when like an event happens, like let's say for example you break up with someone. So the pain is that you have broken up with that person, that certain person that you've loved so dearly just left your life. That's the pain. The suffering is up to you. And the suffering is the thoughts that you have from that event. Let's say, like, the judgment that you have from that event. Let's say, for example, now you're talking about I'm worthless without her, or might as well jump off a bridge, because like, well, what am I without her? Like something like that, then that's suffering, and you just increased your suffering, from the pain that you just experienced. But if you tell yourself that, oh, okay, it, okay, that's crazy. I broke up with her. That's tough. I've been with her for a long time, but it is what it is. Your suffering starts to go down. The suffering isn't as significant as it should be, and it should be really more like, because like suffering doesn't need to be significant as you think it should. If I am trying to, if I am even succeeding in putting my point across, is that if you worry so much about this certain event that happened, then you just increase your suffering more. Whereas if you don't worry as much, then your suffering starts to go low, and you don't really suffer as much as you think. And here I am in my journey, currently broke as hell, but happy. I'm grateful for the life that I have today. I'm still under the roof, you know. I'm still eating food. I still have clothes. These are clothes from my 7th grade, and now I've graduated high school, but we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. Life is good. Life is good. Even though, yes, I am broke. Even though, yes, I would like to take care of myself. I'm just glad to have loving parents that take care of me, especially during these moments, because it's very important, for me at this time, for my parents to not throw me out because I'm now an adult, but that's another story for another day. Anyways, I don't think I have much to talk about. Next video that I'm gonna record is just gonna be me yapping, but in an organized way and not just yapping just to yap. I'm gonna have like notes and whatnot, and yeah, that's pretty much all I have to talk about, to be honest with you. Have a good day. Have a good have a have a good whatever you're doing in life. I don't know what you're doing. Like, I'll be honest with you. Maybe you're probably someone watching this 10 years from now, probably watching this for inspiration, because I know I'll be at the top. But yeah, it's pretty much all I have, honestly. I don't know what to say. Bye.